Get ready to start the second half. It is all Rams 31-7 at the half over the Buccaneers as we run down some first half stats, and they are pretty ugly if you're a Buccaneers fan. Total you 224 yards in the first half for the Rams, 109 for the Buccaneers. A couple turnovers, and they were both very costly for the Buccaneers in that first half. One of them was a pick six. 80 yards rushing for Tampa Bay, 24 for the Rams. Passing 200 yards for the Rams, just 29 for Baker Mayfield. And a refreshing stat in the first half. We only had one penalty called in that first half. I hope it's not one of those games where in the second half we'll see about 15, but we'll see. Numbers in that first half individually for Baker Mayfield, 9 of 19 for 41 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Pretty ugly half for Baker Mayfield in that first half. Running the football for Tampa Bay, Sean Tucker, leading rusher, 7 carries, 29 yards. Rashad White, 4 carries for 20 yards. Baker Mayfield has 19 yards rushing, and Tez Johnson, 2 carries for 12 yards. The other side, for the Rams, Matthew Stafford, 19 out of 23, 210 yards, 3 touchdowns in that first half. Blake Corum running the ball, 3 carries, 21 yards. Kyren Williams, 2 carries for 3 yards. Receiving, leading receiver for the Buccaneers, Tez Johnson, 2 catches, 18 yards, and the 1 touchdown. Chris Godwin, 2 catches, 9 yards. Emeka Egbuka, 2 catches, 1 catch apiece for Sterling Shepard, Sean Tucker, and Cade Otton. For the Rams, 5 catches for 80 yards for Puka Nacua, 4 catches, 52 yards, 2 touchdowns for Devontae Adams. 4 catches, 41 yards, and a touchdown for Colby Parkinson. 2 catches for 25 yards for Kanata Mumpfield. 2 catches, 4 yards for Jordan Whittington. A catch apiece for Davis Allen and Kyren Williams. And all that leads to a halftime lead for the Rams of 31-7 as we get ready to start the second half of play. Remember, Baker Mayfield, we'll see who's quarterbacking here in the second half for the Buccaneers. Rams are going to get the ball first here in the second half. But Baker Mayfield suffered a shoulder injury not once but twice in that first half. Went to the medical tent after the first one got checked. He was back out there and then injured that left shoulder again there at the end of the first half. So we'll see if he's back out there or if we will see Teddy Bridgewater come out at quarterback for Tampa Bay here in the second half. So the Rams will get it. Short kick and a flag. That was a very short kick, and it's going to draw a penalty. So the illegal kickoff means the Rams will get it at the 40-yard line as the ball did not hit in the landing zone. So the Rams will start this one at the 40. Stafford and the Rams, first down at the 40-yard line, opening possession, second half. Mayfield takes a high snap and gives it off on first down, and this will be a gain of 7 yards on first down on a run up the middle for Kyren Williams. Second down and 3. From the 47. Got an injured Tampa Bay defender down here. Didn't catch who that was. So, breaking the action. While we have a moment, let's run down some of the featured games next week in the NFL. Of course, we have the 3 games coming up on Thanksgiving Day. Packers-Lions NFC North battle in Detroit. Bears leading the NFC North. Packers a half game back, with the Lions a half game behind the Packers in the NFC North. Chiefs and Cowboys, that's 2 teams fighting for their playoff lives. The loser of that game is going to be in deep trouble as far as playoffs go. And then one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team, the AFC right now, the Baltimore Ravens play on Thanksgiving night at home against the Bengals. Ravens have won 5 in a row and have taken the lead in the AFC North after a 1-5 start. And then the mid-afternoon game on Friday, Bears and the Eagles. What a matchup that is. 2 8-3 teams, both leading their respective divisions. And then on Sunday, in the 1 o'clock window, some of the featured games, Texans and the Colts. Colts losing today. Texans winning on Thursday against Buffalo, so the Texans are 2 back of the Colts in the AFC South. And then a game that at the beginning of the season didn't really look like much for a game in Week 13, but now it's looking like a very important one as the Rams, they're on their way to being 9-2. The Rams will be in Charlotte to take on the Carolina Panthers. If this result here holds and the Panthers can beat the 49ers tomorrow night in Santa Clara, the Carolina Panthers will be your leaders in the NFC South. So that could be 2 first-place teams in Charlotte there next week. Featured late afternoon game is the Bills and the Steelers. As that's some of the featured games next week in the NFL. Back to action here. 2nd down and 3 for the Rams. Stafford throws over the middle. Passes complete. That's going to be a Rams first down into Tampa Bay territory. 6th catch of the night for Puka Nacua is good for 7 and a first down. And the word on Baker Mayfield, he is doubtful to return with that left shoulder injury. So we're going to see Teddy Bridgewater the rest of the way for the Buccaneers at quarterback. Rams have the football now, though, at the 46. And this is another handoff to Williams. Williams breaks the first set of tackles, but not the second, as he's able to get up to the 40-yard line. Gain of 6, bringing up 2nd down and 4. Second and 4, ball at the 40. Opening possession, 3rd quarter. Stafford takes a snap. Stafford looking. Stafford throws to an open receiver that's dropped by Davante Adams. That's not something you normally see him do. 3rd down and 4. Boy, Davante Adams has had a whale of a game tonight, but he'd love to have that one back. Is a little high, but still a very catchable ball. 3rd and 4 at the 40. Stafford Out of the gun, high snap. Stafford throws. Pass is caught incomplete, rather, by Nakua. There is a flag, and we may have, looks like going to be illegal formation against the Rams. And let's see if Tampa Bay elects to decline that. And they do decline it. So it'll be 4th down and 4. Ball's at the 40-yard line. This would be a 58-yard field goal. And the Rams place kicker, Harrison Mevis, is playing in his first NFL game tonight. He hit one earlier from 40. But in your first NFL game, I don't know if you want to chance it right here, especially with the score 31-7. You could probably go ahead and go for this, and the Rams are. Stafford being pressured. Here comes the blitz, and he just has to get rid of it. And it's a turnover on downs. The Tampa Bay defense comes up big this time. Boy, Sean McVay not happy on the sideline. And now we are going to see Teddy Bridgewater coming out to lead the Buccaneers offense. Teddy Bridgewater, his 11th year out of Louisville. They throw a flag here. They're going to get intentional grounding. This is not going to have any impact except for field position because it was 4th down. But the Buccaneers are going to pick up about 8 or 9 yards here, as that's going to be a spot foul. Officials still discussing things. I think they're discussing where to place the ball. So taking up the replay here, looks like Stafford released the ball around the 48-yard line of Tampa. Or I'm sorry, about his own 48-yard line. So the Buccaneers will get the ball from there. So Tampa Bay should start this drive on the positive side of the field after that intentional grounding call. So here comes Teddy Bridgewater, who hasn't thrown an NFL pass in almost 2 years. He's got a 1st and 10 from the 48 of the Rams. And it's a handoff on 1st down. And this will be a gain of about 4. Running play for Sean Tucker. Second and 7. Spot the football just inside the 45. Bridgewater, here's another handoff on 2nd down, and this will be close to a 1st down. Gain of 5 more for Sean Tucker. It'll be 3rd and a couple. Third and 2 at the 40. Need to get to the 38 for a 1st down. High snap to Bridgewater. He'll hand it off, and this will be a 1st down run for the Buccaneers, as Rachaad White will pick up a Tampa Bay 1st down. On 3rd down and 2, the gain was good for 5 for Rachaad White. 1st down, Bridgewater. Here's another handoff, and this time White's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped. Loss of a couple. Bursting right through that Tampa Bay offensive line and getting the stop for a loss. The tackle was Nate Landman. Second and 12. After the 2-yard loss, back to the 38. Bridgewater. His first pass attempt in almost 2 years is on target and almost at the 1st down marker. Right at it is Tez Johnson. And it'll depend on the spot. Looks like they're going to mark him about a half yard short. And we have a timeout with 9:52 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Now they're saying the previous pass was incomplete. So that'll go from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 7. We're going to see here. Maybe this other angle might tell better. That looks like a catch to me. I don't. So instead of 3rd and 1, it's 3rd and 12. Back at the 38. Bridgewater takes the shotgun snap. Bridgewater in trouble. And Bridgewater gets out of it. He's going to have to take it himself. Has a long way to go, and he's not even going to be anywhere near the 1st down as he gets to the 32-yard line. Got half of what he needed, but it'll still be 4th down and 6. You're on the positive side of the field. You're down 24 points. I probably leave the offense out here. Fourth and 6. Offense is staying out. Football at the 32. Bridgewater takes the snap. Bridgewater throws, pass caught, 1st down, Buccaneers. That's Otten with the reception. And the chains and the sticks move. 1st down. First down at the 20. Johnson in motion. Bridgewater takes the snap and hands it off. And this will be a gain of about a yard tops for Tucker. Second and 8 for the Buccaneers. Nearing the 8-minute mark, 3rd quarter. Ball sitting just inside the 19-yard line. Bridgewater looking to the end zone. Nobody home. Incomplete. Third down. Bridgewater looking for a flag, but there is none. Third and 8. Ball at the 18. This definitely 4-down territory, you would think. They went for it earlier back at the 36. And that pass knocked away, incomplete. That was Forbes Jr. again knocking the pass away. What a night he's had defensively for the Rams. Fourth and 8. Bridgewater and the Tampa Bay offense staying out. Bridgewater takes the snap. Bridgewater looking and is sacked back at the 27-yard line. Bridgewater couldn't get out of this sack. Kobe Turner once again making the defensive play for the Rams. A turnover on downs against the Buccaneers. And the Rams get the football back at about the midway point here in the third quarter. Up big on the Buccaneers. So with Baker Mayfield out the rest of the night, he ends up just numbers on Mayfield, 9 of 19, passing the football 41 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. It was not a good night for Baker Mayfield. Rams defense, a lot of the reason for that. And meanwhile, on the other side, Matthew Stafford's at 217 yards passing on 20 for 27. Rams have not gotten a whole lot going in the running game tonight, just 37 rushing yards. And meanwhile, rushing's where Tampa Bay's done most of their damage, 97 yards on the ground for the Buccaneers. But barring a major comeback here in the next quarter and a half, the Buccaneers will find themselves with company atop the NFC South, as if they lose this game, both the Buccaneers and Carolina will be 6-5. Carolina plays the Niners in Santa Clara tomorrow night. Rams, meanwhile, looking to climb to an NFC best 9-2. And they travel to Charlotte to take on the Panthers next week. So still a lot of good games on the docket, as we will, following the Monday night game tomorrow night, we will have 6 weeks remaining in the regular season. So here we go. Stafford and the Rams back out for the second time here in the second half. They have a first down at the 27-yard line. Stafford fakes the handoff. Stafford dropping back. Stafford throws, has Nacua again for the 7th reception tonight up to the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 9 for Puka Nacua. Nacua headed off to the sideline. Another good night for him. Hey, they gave him the first down on that, up to the 37. So first down and 10. Stafford under center this time. Stafford fakes the handoff, and the pass is complete. Across the 40, 45. This will be another Rams first down up to midfield. Jordan Whittington, second-year wide receiver out of Texas, with the reception. First down at midfield for the Rams. First down for the Rams. They just get that play off before the play clock hits 0, and this is going backwards on first down, as Blake Corum will lose 4. Tampa Bay brought the house there, and Corum had nowhere to go and loses 4 yards. Back to the 44-yard line. Stafford goes shotgun, takes the snap. Stafford looking, throwing to a wide open man across midfield to the 48-yard line of the Buccaneers. Make it a third and manageable now. That was Davis Allen with his second catch of the night. 3rd and 8 for the Rams. They need to get right to the Buccaneers 40 for a first down. Stafford dropping back. Stafford throws and incomplete, right side. Nobody there. And fourth down, and we're going to see a Rams punt, I believe. So Matthew Stafford frustrated after walking off the field to end that drive. Evans on to punt. And the punt, and a fair catch called for and made. Inside the 10-yard line at the 8. So that's where the Buccaneers will start this next drive, inside their own 10. 4:27 remaining in the third, still 31-7 Rams. Mentioned next week the Rams head to Charlotte to take on the Carolina Panthers. Next week, Tampa Bay will come back home and host the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals losing in overtime today at home to Jacksonville. So we're about to see Teddy Bridgewater and that Tampa Bay offense back out again for the second time in this third quarter. Showed a preview before they go back to game for this new Wicked movie, Wicked for Good. I've never seen the first one, so I probably need to see the first one first. So Baker Mayfield back out on the sideline in street clothes with his left arm in a sling. Hopefully for Tampa Bay, he's not going to be out any extended period of time. Here comes Bridgewater and the Buccaneers offense, and here's a handoff on first down. This will be good for 3 yards across the 10 to the 11. Second down 7 coming up. Going to tick under 4 minutes in the third. Bridgewater throwing left side, pass caught up to the 16, couple yards shy of the first down. It's Otten with the catch. Third and 2 at the 16. Third and 2 from the 16. Bridgewater throw pass caught, but that is not going to be a first down. Otten with the reception, but he was stopped at the 17 after a gain of 1. Boy, you've got to know where that first down marker's at. Do you risk going for it here on 4th and 1 at your own 17? You're down 24 points, almost at the end of the third quarter. They are going to punt this. Punt taken at the 28 and run back across the 35 up to the 36-yard line by Williams. 8-yard return on the punt, 2:14 to go in the third. Rams get it back up 31-7. Still just 38 yards passing tonight for the Buccaneers, and we are almost 45 minutes into this football game. Again, we'll be on the live stream tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, Panthers and the 49ers. That's a big game. Panthers come in 6-5. Looks like they're going to be tied atop the NFC North unless the Buccaneers make a tremendous fourth quarter rally. on their backup quarterback. Nothing against Teddy Bridgewater, but I mean, he just hasn't thrown a pass in almost 2 years. Or hadn't thrown an NFL pass in almost 2 years coming into tonight. And still tonight, well, it only had a total of 3 penalties. So here we go. First down at the 36. First down going deep down the field, and the catch made at the 40-yard line by Davante Adams. There is a flag on the play. And it's going to be a hold, so that'll nullify a great catch from Davante Adams and move the Rams back 10. That's a heck of a catch by Davante Adams, but it's all for naught. First and 20. Back at the 26. Stafford takes the snap. Stafford fakes the handoff. Stafford throws short. And a big gainer here across the 30, 35, 40-yard line, and finally brought down at the 41-yard line. Third catch of the night for Davis Allen is good for 15. Bring up second down and 5. Second and 5, final minute, third quarter. Stafford rolling right. Stafford throws, pass caught by Adams. Another flag comes in around midfield. We'll check what this flag is. It's a first down for the moment. After a gain of 10. But we'll see what the laundry is on the field. It's defensive holding. So the Rams will decline that and take the play, which is a first down. First down at the 49. Handoff goes to Williams. Williams up to the 40-yard line. Gain of 9 more. Williams might have been thinking he wasn't touched because he got back up and ran towards the end zone, but the officials blow it dead. Todd Bowles looking for his 4th consecutive division championship in his 4th season with Tampa Bay. Buccaneers have won the NFC South Bowles' first 3 years. Time expires in this third quarter. Although I thought I saw a flag come in. Officials are discussing things. So the third quarter does indeed expire. 3 quarters in the books at SoFi. The Rams lead the Buccaneers 31-7, 15 minutes to play. And 15 minutes separate the Rams from 9-2. And a 1-game lead in the NFC West. Looking at the stats through 3 quarters. Now, 303 yards passing for the Rams, or 303 yards total for the Rams, 139 for the Buccaneers. It's 263 passing for the Rams compared to just 38 for the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay has had the time of possession advantage, 24 minutes to 21 minutes. But 2 turnovers, one of them was a pick six. But very strong numbers for Matthew Stafford tonight. 25 of 33, 273 yards, and 3 touchdowns. It's a great night all around for Stafford. Not much going in the running game tonight for the Rams. I'm looking at these running stats. Williams, the leading rusher for the Rams, 5 carries, just 25 yards, but it's been majority of the damage through the air tonight. So here we go, quarter number 4 commencing. Stafford, the handoff. This will be a first down for the Rams on a gain of 3 to Williams. Move the sticks once again for the Rams. First down at the 37. Stafford takes the shotgun snap. It's another handoff to Williams. Williams up to the 34, maybe the 33. And here comes second down. On 2nd and 7, Stafford rolling right. Stafford throws it out of bounds. Third down and 7. Excuse me. Third and 7. Rams at the Buccaneers 34. Stafford throws and incomplete. 4th down coming. Terrence Ferguson, rookie tight end out of Oregon, was the intended receiver. Oh. Mavis made one from 40 in his NFL debut tonight. He's going to try one from 52. Snap is good. The kick on the way, and the kick is good from 52 with plenty to spare. And it is now 34-7 with 13:35 to go. It is all Rams tonight, folks. This, to me, this Rams team looks like the best in the NFC right now. Now, we do still have 6 weeks left, of course. But as of this moment, Rams very well may be the team to beat in the NFC. Matthew Stafford going to try and get Super Bowl title number 2. By the way, that scoring drive for the Rams, 8 plays, 30 yards, 3 minutes, 39 seconds. And it resulted in a Harrison Mevis 52-yard field goal and a lead of 34-7. So we're set to kick this off to Tampa Bay. And here's the kickoff. Be another touchback. And with 13:35 to go, Tampa Bay will bring their offense out once again. First down, Buccaneers from the 35. In Bridgewater in at quarterback for the injured Baker Mayfield. Bridgewater's throw is incomplete. Second down and 10. Second and 10. Bridgewater. Looking, throwing left side to the sideline out of bounds. Incomplete. Third down and 10. So Bridgewater now 3 for 8. Third and 10. Bridgewater in trouble. Bridgewater's going to be sacked back at the 25-yard line. There is a flag, however. So we'll see the flag. Defensive holding will nullify the sack and give the Buccaneers a first down. Costly penalty there on the Rams. It's on Josh Wallace. Rams had the Buccaneers stopped, but the defensive penalty keeps the drive alive. So that moves the football to the 40, first down and 10. And there's a run on first down. And White gets free, and he will pick up first down yardage for the Buccaneers and out of bounds. Rachaad White with his best run of the night. Gain of 16 yards on that run, and now Bridgewater rolling right. Flag comes in. Bridgewater throws it out of bounds, and we'll check with what the flag is. This one's going to be holding on Tampa, just their second penalty of the night. So following the offensive hold, that will move it to first and 20 back for Tampa Bay on their own side of the field at the 46. 12:18 to go. Screen pass. And not for much. That'll be a couple of yards, and that's it. Sterling Shepard with the catch. And it is a gain of 2. Second and 18 at the 48. Rams lead at 34-7. Bridgewater throws over the middle. Pass caught. First down, Tampa Bay. And out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Egbuka with the catch for 32 yards and a Buccaneer first down. First down, football sitting just shy of the 20. They just get that play off before the expiration of the play clock. Bridgewater throws, and that's caught but out of bounds by Tucker. It'll be second and 10. And Egbuka, after the one-play breather, coming right back in the ballgame. 2nd and 10. Bridgewater throws the screen left side. This is an out of bounds at the 15-yard line. That's Johnson with the reception. Third down coming up. Third and 7. Football sitting just inside the 17-yard line. Again, letting the play clock go all the way down. Bridgewater pressured. Bridgewater gets rid of it to White. And White is down to the 13-yard line, 3 yards shy of a first down. And down 34-7 here in the fourth quarter. Probably just going to leave the offense out. And 4th and 3 from the 13. Bridgewater takes the snap. Bridgewater in trouble. Bridgewater can't escape the sack this time, and down he goes. And a turnover on downs. Jared Verse in there on the sack of Bridgewater. So the Buccaneers drive stalls in the red zone. It stays 34-7, and the Rams take over with 9.5 to go. Figure the Rams are going to milk a lot of this clock, and we are almost halfway through the fourth quarter, and the Buccaneers are still not even at the 200-yard mark of offense. A lot of this credit tonight has to go to the Rams defense. They have been absolutely fantastic tonight. This is breaking news that has just come down. With the Raiders' struggles continuing for first-year head coach Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly is out as the offensive coordinator of the Raiders. Again, that just came down a couple minutes ago. So Chip Kelly out with the Raiders at the Raiders with another loss today. Fell to 2-9. First down, Rams at the 25. And here's the handoff on first down. That's going to go nowhere. Maybe a yard for Corum, but that's it. And Stafford is in the game, probably for his final series of the night. 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, here's another handoff, and this will be good for a couple more for Corum. And a 3rd down coming up. Clock running, 8.5 and counting. Third down and 8. Ball sitting at the 27. Rams need to get to the 35 for a 1st down. And here's another handoff on 3rd down, and this will be a 1st down run for Corum. On 3rd and 7, looked like the Buccaneers had him stopped. Now they're looking like they're going to mark him about a half yard short. His knee must have hit around the 34.5-yard line. Even though it's less than a yard, the Rams are going to go ahead and punt this football. And here's the punt. And it will go out of bounds, and let's see where they mark it. So Tampa Bay will take over. 7:12 to go. Mark that football at the 48-yard line. That was only an 18-yard punt. Again, we'll be back on the live stream tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, Panthers and 49ers. Panthers will be looking to take the outright lead in the NFC North with a win tomorrow night against the 49ers. 49ers are going to be 2 back of the Rams here in 7 minutes because the Rams are about to go to 9-2. Rams and 49ers split their 2 regular season meetings. And also, we'll be back on the live stream on Tuesday. I'm going to have a college basketball live stream on Tuesday, but I'm going to jump on here at 7 o'clock Eastern on Tuesday night as we will have the latest reveal of the college football playoff top 25 rankings going into rivalry weekend. So I'm going to jump on before my college basketball live stream as they will announce the latest top 25 in the college football playoff poll. The next to last poll, the second from the last poll. They'll have one more after rivalry weekend this weekend, and then the final one after the conference championship games to determine the 12-team college football playoff for 2025. First down, Tampa Bay at the 48-yard line of the Rams. This is a handoff on 1st down going nowhere. Sean Tucker got stuffed for no gain. Second and 10. Clock running. 6:40 to go. Fakes the handoff this time, and Bridgewater is going to be, well, he got rid of that, and it's incomplete. Just kind of threw that underhand down the field. The only player down there was a Rams defender, but it was a little out of his reach. Third down. Gotta be careful throwing those balls up like that. Third and 10. Bridgewater throws a screen pass left side, and this is only going to produce about a 3 or 4 yard gain. Sterling Shepard with the reception. It'll be 4th down and 7. Again, the news here, how long will Baker Mayfield be out? He suffered that left shoulder injury in the first half. He's got his arm on a sling on the sideline now. Teddy Bridgewater has played the second half. Tampa Bay is going to punt this on 4th and 7. And that will bounce into the end zone, and the Rams will bring it out to the 20 with 5:26 to go. And the Rams going to try and run off as much of this remaining 5:26 as they can. And bit of a surprise, Matthew Stafford's back in this game. This game is well in hand for the Rams. Handoff on first down, and this is a good gain for Williams, and he will pick up 9 on first down up to the 29-yard line. Clock running under 5 minutes. Second and 1 at the 29. Stafford. And off again to Williams. This will be a first down across the 30 to the 33. And a chance for the Rams to bleed more clock with the first down pickup. So the Rams about to go to 9-2. They will be up a game on the Seahawks in the NFC West and 2 up on San Francisco. On first down, this is Williams, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield for a considerable loss of about 6. Be second down and 16. Loss of 5 officially. 2nd and 15 back at the 28. Goes right back to Williams. And Williams is up to the 34-yard line. Gain of 6. 3rd down and 9. Rams will have to snap it one more time before the 2-minute warning. Third and 9. Handoff and a gain of a yard. And that play will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go at SoFi. 34-7. Rams lead the Buccaneers. So on 4th down, let's see if the Rams are just going to punt this away or what they're going to do here. And they are at the 2-minute warning here. NBC up in the NBC booth just brought out a cake for Chris Collinsworth. This is Chris Collinsworth's 500th broadcast tonight as a color commentator. Been a great, great career for Collinsworth. Here's a punt taken at the 15-yard line, across the 20, 25, and smashed down at the 28-yard line. And Teddy Bridgewater will come out for what will probably be the final possession of the night. So the Rams will be 9-2, a game ahead of the Seahawks, 2 ahead of the 49ers. Rams head to Carolina next week to take on the Panthers. Buccaneers will drop to 6-5, so for one night anyway, be tied atop the NFC South standings with Carolina, who plays tomorrow. Atlanta 2 back in the NFC South. Handoff here for a couple of yards. Going to run down the final stats here and this one at the end and sign off kind of quick here at the end of the night on the live stream. And we'll be back with you tomorrow night for the Panthers and the 49ers. Second and 7. Bridgewater out of the gun. We'll just hand it off again. Nothing doing there. By the way, this is Owen Wright getting the carry, getting into the game. This is one of those games, if you're Todd Bowles of the head coach of the Buccaneers, this is one of those where you're just going to want to roll up the tape, throw it away, and just regroup for next week. Owen Wright getting the final carry of the night as he gets up to the 36-yard line. And that's going to do it. The Rams move to an NFC best 9-2 as they throttle the Buccaneers tonight. 34-7, the final score. And of course, wishing the best for Baker Mayfield. Hopefully, this is not a serious injury as him and Matt Stafford get together at midfield. But a dominant game tonight for the Rams. Buccaneers fall to 6-5. Tied atop the NFC South standings with the Panthers, at least for one night. Down some final stats here real quick. .333 total yards for the Rams. The Buccaneers still did not make it to 200. They were held to 193 total yards by this Rams defense tonight. Two turnovers for the Buccaneers. Possession time edge by about 3.5 minutes for Tampa Bay. Individual numbers tonight. Baker Mayfield, before he went out for the injury, 9 of 19 for 41 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. It was not his night tonight. Teddy Bridgewater, 8 of 15 for 62 yards passing. Leading receiver tonight for Tampa, 4 catches, 21 yards for Cade Otton. 3 catches, 32 yards for Emeka Egbuka. 3 catches, 21 yards, and the 1 touchdown for Tez Johnson. 3 catches, 12 yards for Sterling Shepard. 2 catches for 9 yards for Godwin. Catch apiece for Sean Tucker and Rashad White. Running the football, Sean Tucker, leading rusher for the Buccaneers, 12 carries, 42 yards. Rashad White carried it 7 times for 38 yards. 4 carries for 19 for Baker Mayfield. 3 carries, 6 yards for Owen Wright. 2 rushes, 12 yards for Tez Johnson, and 1 rush for 6 yards for Teddy Bridgewater. Meanwhile, for the Rams, Matthew Stafford, 25 of 35, 273 yards, 3 touchdowns tonight. Leading receiver, Puka Nacua, 7 catches, 97 yards. Devontae Adams, 5 catches, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns. Colby Parkinson, 4 catches, 41 yards, and 1 touchdown. 3 catches for 29 yards for Davis Allen. 3 catches, 17 yards for Jordan Whittington. 2 catches, 25 yards for Kanata Mumpfield, and a catch for 2 yards for Kyron Williams. Running the football, Kyron Williams, leading rusher, 12 carries, 46 yards, and Blake Corum rushed it 7 times for 24 yards. Kobe Durant had that pick 6 interception touchdown tonight. Defensively for the Rams as they win this one 34-7. To move to 9-2 on the season, Buccaneers fall to 6-5. It's going to wrap it up on the live stream tonight. Again, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John on YouTube. If you like my content, really would appreciate a like and subscribe. Also on Kick tonight at Sports Kick John. You can follow me there. Also have content on Twitch at Sport Guru John. Back with you tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, a big one. Panthers and 49ers from Santa Clara. Panthers with a win will take the lead in the NFC South. 49ers looking to keep pace with these Rams in the NFC West. Thank you for joining me, everyone, and I'll talk to you. Hopefully you tune in tomorrow night to join me for Panthers-Niners. Thanks a lot. Good night, everybody. God bless.